Welcome to the Real Estate Fight Club.
Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Fight Club. What's up, Jay Mert?
What's up, Monica?
All right, guys. Today, Jen and I are going to duke it out over this question. What do you do if your clients have buyer's remorse? Enter sound effects there. I want our editors to enter.
Step one, don't work with buyers.
Okay. You and your little fantasy land reality, like non-reality world.
It's reality.
Yeah, it is to you, I guess, but not
has been for years.
I know. And hats off to you for being able to do that. Let's speak to the rest of the freaking world who do buyers and sellers. First of all, you cannot prevent buyer's remorse. I mean, that's a fact. If they're going to have it, they're going to have it. It's not something within your control. However,
I'm sorry. Can you say that? I couldn't hear you.
It's not within your control.
You can't control everything?
No.
What?
No, you can't. But here's what you can control.
So stop it.
I would say 90% of your buyer's remorse would be preventable if you had done a proper buyer's consultation.
Oh my God.
I want you to know that buyer's remorse is okay. I also want you to know that it's going to cost you money.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cost you money. It's going to cost you the earnest money, and the house that we're looking at for you and your price range, we're probably going to be putting down about $1,500 to $2,000. That's how much your buyer's remorse costs you. Are you okay with that?
I think too, like, let's say, yes, do the buyer consultation. Obviously, I agree with you 100% on that. As long as you're also getting the buyer agreement signed, because they have to fucking hire you to work, right?
Right.
Now, people are going to freak out. We as real estate agents, theoretically, we do it every day. But my plus to what you're saying is do more deals so that you can stay calm. Because then what happens is if most agents sell like 4 houses, right? Or we'll say 5 houses, that one single deal represents 20% of your annual income. If you sell 5 houses, you are likely going to freak out with them. If you sell 30 houses, you are not going to freak out.
Right.
So sell more, don't freak out.
Correct. Sell more, don't freak out. Sounds like a sticker we should have.
Oh, I love it.
Sell more,
don't freak out.
Don't freak out.
Real Estate Fight Club.
Right.
But I mean, what I'm saying is a lot of times this buyer remorse happens because we have to remember that people only move because of something else emotional that's going on. Either they're having big kids, or the kids leave, they're getting married, they're getting divorced, they lost a job, they start a new job. There's something else going on, and they're buying a house or selling a house or whatever. Well, we'll be buying. We're talking about buying.
Yeah.
So it's like they're probably just freaking out, and it's probably not really buyer's remorse.
Right. So Jen, let's say I'm your buyer and I call you and I say, Jen, we cannot do this house. I'm freaking out. This was a huge mistake, and spouse, partner, whatever in this is we're breaking up and we're out. Like, I can't. I know. The question is, how far do you push? How many questions do you ask? How do you consult there?
For me, I think it depends. So I'd say let's jump on a call, all 3 of us, and kind of talk through some of our options. How does that sound? And they'll be like, okay. And then I would schedule it for like at least the next day. Not right then.
Give it a little time.
Yeah.
Give it a little breathing time. So when somebody calls you with that, don't solve the problem right there on the spot. The buyer that I worked with on and off for probably 1.5 years or so, and then she woke up. We found her house. I mean, the house, and we had been looking for a long time. Yeah. Very specific. And when I say looking for 1.5 years, we'd go 3 months without seeing a house. So it wasn't a big deal. But she woke up freaking out.
Of course.
She was doing math. She was doing square footage value and all this.
Oh my God.
Math, which will, you cannot do a house purchase on a spreadsheet. It just doesn't work. And luckily I knew her well enough to know that freaking out was going to be part of her MO, right? And that this was her house. This absolutely was her house. And I freaking pushed, and I've told the story about the email I sent.
Yeah.
And, so I think that's part of doing that consultation and knowing your clients, when to push, when not to push.
Oh, I am excited about our tiebreaker today. I have Kim Costa from Atlanta Fine Homes by Sotheby's. Hi, Kim.
Hello. Glad to
Thank-
be here today.
I'm glad you can be on. So what do we do if the client has buyer remorse? Like, what are your top tips?
Well, first of all, just sit and listen. Take them to get a cup of coffee, glass of wine, whatever. Go to their house.
Bottle of vodka, whatever they need.
Bring gifts. Just go. I mean, really, even also just go to the house
Yeah.
and sit with them in the kitchen or whatever. Like, oh, the kitchen's too small. I hate the island. Like it doesn't have a pool, whatever it is
Right.
that they're regretting, just sit and talk with them about it and understand, just listen, put on your listening ears and
You're active listening.
active listening and just kind of get to the bottom of what it is. And so that's the first step.
Because it could even be just like reminding them of how they came to that decision in the first place, maybe, right? Or they may just be venting, or it may really be a problem. You don't know.
That's right. You kind of have to listen for a little bit in your own mind to figure out, is this a real problem? Is there something else that they're not saying, but you're picking up? Like, is there some underlying, there's four
like
foundations.
A financial concern,
It
or
could
like
be something they're not saying, or a disagreement between two partners. Buyer's remorse is actually normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think even before the pandemic,
just
it was
knowing that
40 or 50%. It's
that's
like
high.
it was like right after they moved in. But if you just give it a little time, change is hard. The move is sometimes hard. Sometimes they get into a house and it's like, we have a plumbing issue that we didn't find during inspection, and you get the phone call and it's like, oh,
yeah,
I'm so sorry, the inspector didn't find that.
Yeah.
But let me find some people to fix that, help you fix
Give
that.
you some recommendations. Yeah.
Let's solve that problem. And then it's like, 2 weeks later, they're like, hey, let's go to dinner. I'm like, how's the house?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
And so they get about 40 to 50% is normal.
Really appreciate you being on again. It's always nice to have a process for explaining something that always happens, right? Congratulations on the launch upcoming.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Thanks, Kim. Bye.
Appreciate you having me.